Yo, salute to everybody, man, that subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the like, man. We gotta talk about Serius Jones and T-Rex, man. But first of all, let me address Serius Jones. Okay, I was on a live with a salute to my nigga Caps. I was on an Instagram live with Caps. You know what I mean? Easy to block Captain pulled up. And then Serius Jones was in the comments trolling. It's funny, Serius. You be talking about, you know what I'm saying, Caps trolling, bloggers trolling and all that. You was in the comments trolling. Niggas seen your comments. We seen it. But he pulled up, you know what I mean, got some shit off his chest, whatever the case may be. I want to talk about his comments about T-Rex. Now, at the time, I didn't see the actual full live. I only saw the one clip where he was making fun of T-Rex having a seizure on stage. So I went to his live and I actually watched the full context of him breaking it down and then going to the actual, you know, reenacting out the seizure that Rex had. I'm going to say this. I get it, bro. This is battle rap. And if there was no type of animosity between you and Rex, if you didn't further along give a reasoning to why you did it. So your reasoning was because he was hating on you in the battle you had with Big T. He called time on you. You felt some type of way about that. You were rapping certain lines and he wasn't giving you no reaction. So you didn't address him in the battle, though. You know what I'm saying? So later on the live, you get trolled by a fan saying why Rex hating on you. And then your response is, yeah, I don't know why. Niggas need to be worrying about, and then does the seizure shit. Now, if y'all were already booked for a battle, you know what I'm saying? Y'all were booked for a battle and you said that, I ain't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? And even though I did laugh when I seen it, but when I went back and watched the full context, I'm like, bro, that's some sucker shit, man. That's some sucker shit, bro. And Jones, you've done this a couple times, bro, where you said some real outlandish shit to niggas, bro, that you were supposedly cool with. I remember the live you had with Murder Mook. I think Mook and Twerk was on there, and you told Mook to SMD, and you said something about his dead moms. That shit was wild crazy, bro. Like, so what would make you think that Rex was gonna be like super duper cool with you and he ha ha with you when you violated, you know what I'm saying, his auntie? You know what I'm saying, his cousin. That's Mook's blood cousin, bro. Like, so what makes you think that you never reconciled the situation with Mook, as far as I know? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all crossed paths before, but you never rectified that situation. So in T-Rex's eyes, yeah, you at K-Sean's event, he's hosting it, he's gonna be cordial, he's not gonna be obvious or make a scene, you know what I mean? Like, he can coexist with you being in the room and be professional and take care of business without fucking up the event. So I respect Rex and how the way he handled it with you. But for you to go on your live and do that, bro, that was some clown shit, bro. Like, that nigga literally could have died right there on live on pay-per-view. So you was just on some malicious, like, hateful shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't respect it, bro. I didn't. And then I seen you go up on Battle Facts live. He's another weirdo. I still don't understand why you niggas go to his platform, but hey, it is what it is. I ain't gonna come off like a hater. You know what I'm saying? He do his thing. I just don't prefer his content. But you went on there and you're like, what the fuck did you say? You said some bullshit on Battle Facts. It is mighty funny that he's playing both sides. Like, he's biased towards T-Rex, has Rex on his live, then he pulls you up there. It's just weird. It's just weird. But Jones, that was some sucker shit, bro. And you haven't apologized. You haven't, you know, recant the statements that you made towards Rex. It sounds like you standing on it, which is cool, and I gotta respect it. You know what I mean? You standing on it. But then Rex gets on Twitter and pretty much takes the high road. He makes a tweet basically something like something like, you know what I mean? He didn't like go crazy on Jones on like social media as far as on Twitter or nothing like that. But then he went up on Fax's live and he pretty much was like going crazy on him. I'm just gonna be real. Like he went crazy on you pretty much. And he kind of was just like, you know, God bless, you know what I'm saying? I just hope my guys, when they run across and see you, they in a good headspace. So you kind of could you could read between the lines what that means. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you have an issue out there lingering around, and you're pretty active. You know you're battling, so it's like, why would you want that type of energy out there? But you carrying it like you don't care. So you're going to stand on everything you said, and you got to respect it at that point. But Rex definitely got his shit off, and he spoke about how he didn't have no issue with you, but the material you had just wasn't good. It wasn't hot. And I agree. It wasn't good. It was nothing of the magnitude of what you had in the John battle. People like to bring up the Rum Nitty battle, the JC battle. Like, I said this to you to your face on the live, and I said, Jones, over the past 2-3 decades of you being in battle rap, you changed your whole format and style of how you delivered your material. The past, I want to say 3 to 4 years, you've been rapping with this super rapidy rap cadence, and it doesn't translate well. It doesn't. And part of that is the reason I believe is why people are not catching the material. The material is not translating. You know what I mean? Especially in the building. Like, I asked you, I'm like, yo, what happened to the swag, the flick of the nose, Serious Jones, the slow walk flow, like the braggadocious? Like, what happened to that Serious Jones, bro? Like, and even some of the material you're rapping is like super dated. I gave my honest opinion about it, and you didn't seem too like offended or anything like that. You gave an explanation of why, and you were real, and you were like, yeah, I've heard that before. So in that building with that Big T battle, bro, your material was probably some of the lowest vibrational material I've heard from you in a while, and you've been cooking, Jones. Why, one of the reasons why we all was like, man, Jones gonna get this cleared 3-0. So to see Big T walk off with the victory is just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me, bro. But all in all, man, like, you just got to tighten up, bro. You got to tighten up. You doing your thing. You got the Afro Jones album out. You doing great numbers on YouTube. You are now embracing the media, the media role, as you say. It's like, bro, like, I don't know. Some things you got to be careful of. And if people told me, yo, Ace, you got to be careful with certain things you say. I'm very conscious of the things I say, because I never would get on the camera, and I've never got on this microphone and just blatantly super violated a nigga. Never. Or a female. I may not like you. Will say my opinion. You may not like it, but I can stand on what I say, because I've never said anything derogatory or negative to the point where it's a violation to any one of you niggas. And I'll be at events. So it's not even me saying this shit on some tough guy shit. It's like, I'll be at events. So if you have an issue with something that I said, we can have a conversation about it, or whatever the case may be. But for you to do that to somebody that's from your era, you might want to make that right, my nigga. Now, if you don't want to make it right, cool. Stand on what you said. You know what I mean? And hopefully, maybe it potentially will turn into a bag, because I don't believe you and Rex actually battle. That'll be a really interesting battle. Really, really interesting battle. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, y'all could turn that into a possible check. But if y'all do piece it up behind the scenes, do it behind the scenes. Please don't get on the camera with one another and kiki and ha-ha, and then try to drop a battle announcement and try to sell it. No, Do that shit behind the scenes. Make it right. Make us think that you haven't. Sell the card. Sell the battle. Get a bag. And then move forward. That would be the smart thing to do. Or you can just go into the battle with the same animosity and it's going to sell. It's going to sell. But what we don't want is anybody to get hurt. We don't want that in battle rap. We don't want that. And the last thing I'll say, this whole thing with Serius Jones being obsessed with Math Hoffa, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, Jones. It comes across that you are. We all know you don't like Math Hoffa. Hell, I don't like Math Hoffa. Okay? But I do notice in every single interview, bro, you damn near bring his name up. Or the person that you're having a conversation with, you think that they're alluding to Math Hoffa and you will bring his name up in a reference or something of that nature. I do feel like you have some trauma with the experience that you had from that situation with Math. And you haven't gotten over that. And I think you need to face that situation with Math, whether y'all have a serious one-on-one, whether y'all really put the gloves on. You gotta get over that, bro. Because you can't be so easily triggered when somebody says or you feel like somebody is mentioning his name. He's in totality, it seems like he still has the power over you, bro. As much as you may deny it, whatever case may be, that's how it comes across. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get some healing from that shit, bro. Cause that's some real traumatic shit, bro. Like that shit happened in front of everybody. And then it went on World Star and everybody see it. And as much as, URL tried to take the footage down and tried to block it from coming out, because somebody was on that balcony and they was recording it, that shit will live on online forever. You know what I'm saying? Even though you and Math have had conversations, y'all have at some point, pieced it up. You went on My Expert Opinion. Y'all battled. There's still some type of animosity there. So you gotta close that chapter, bro. You gotta close that chapter. Nobody don't hate you, Jones. Niggas just hate the sucker shit that you be doing, bro. That's what it boils down to. And niggas want you to get back to being the Serius Jones that we know, my nigga. Stop being so overly emotional and taking things so personally. Like, yeah, laugh, my nigga, crack jokes, talk your shit. It's cool. Because we going to do the same. But stop taking constructive criticism as hate, bro. Everything is not hate, my nigga. Like I was telling you in the live, a lot of the greats from your era have all had trouble translating at some point, whether it was on stage, whether it was their material, their delivery, whatever the case may be. Mook went through it. Rex went through it. Lux went through it. Arsenal went through it. J Mills. All them niggas from back then. They all have struggled and went through it at some point. But you know what they also did? J Mills didn't. But most of them did. Was they listened. They listened. They actually sat back and looked in the mirror. Looked at all the comments, all the blogs, all the media, looked at everything, and then looked at themselves in the mirrors like, yo, what can I do better? Damn, you know what? Let me try this. This is why Mook is successful right now. Even with the whole shit happened with him, with the cops coming in and his house being exposed, even after all of that, bro, headlining. You see Mook smiling, look healthy. He ain't drinking. You don't see him like, the nigga looks focused, bro. He looks focused. Same thing with Rex. You know what I'm saying? Had a health scare, but for the most part, before that, Rex was on his health shit. He was doing real good for himself. Lux. Like, the list can go on, bro. You just got to stop taking things personal, man. That's just my personal opinion, bro. But you a grown man. You going to do what you going to do. Hopefully you and Rex can solve this issue here between y'all two. And get a bag, my nigga. Get a bag. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man, about that, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like. It's your boy Acito. I'm out of here. Peace.